his diocese on the island of Flores in Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Ende, Flores, Indonesia. I am Paul Budi Kleden, SPD, Bishop of the Archdiocese of Ende in Indonesia. I have been in this office since August last year, after my 12 years in Rome. In the last 3 years in Rome, as the Superior General of the Society of the Divine Word, I was the President of Vivat International. Even before coming back to Indonesia, I have been hearing the issue of geothermal power plants in Flores. After my episcopal ordination, visiting places close to where geothermal is being exploited or is planned to be explored, I have seen myself the problems around geothermal. With my initial observations about geothermal in Flores, I realized that what good is on paper might not be true in reality. What good is in some locations is not always fitting to all places. The Archdiocese of Ende is composed of 3 districts, Ende, Ngada, and Nagekeo. In Ngada, there is a geothermal site in Mataloco started in 1998. Since then, it has been causing environmental damages without producing electricity. In the last years, despite the failure of the first attempt, there is a new initiative to again explore new sites in the same region. The plan is to use water from the same source where the irrigation of around 400 hectares of rice field comes from. Actually, this region serves as the grain granary of the whole district. In addition, the Sokoria site in Ende has been functioning since 2017 and is producing 7.5 megawatt of electricity. However, people start complaining about the quality of water, the diminishing quantity of their farm products, and the bad condition of the roads due to the intensive use by the vehicles of the geothermal company. And yet, there is a plan to expand the site. Besides these 2 places, there are 10 other locations in our diocese which have been identified by the Ministerium for Energy and Natural Resources to start geothermal power plants. In one place, Nage, exploitation began in 2022. After a break, now the work has been resumed. Coincidentally, in a place around 500 meters from the site, cracks emerged in the middle of the village, destroying houses and even the tombs in the cemetery. Some families were just relocated a few weeks ago. In all these places, the process was done without proper consultation with the people. People were not informed about the projects. Most of them were surprised when the project started, but could not do much to protest because of fear. Yes, people are afraid to manifest their concern because of the strong influence of the government and the traditional leaders who have received money from the companies. Some people were courageous to raise their critical voice, but they were just ignored. This practice of sidelining the local people was already present since the declaration of Flores as a geothermal island by the national government in 2017, identifying around 20 sites to be explored and exploited. The people here are totally ignorant of this because no information was spread out systematically. Actually, public consultation was missing, though it is well recognized in the International Labour Organization Convention number 169 on Indigenous and Tribal Peoples and United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, with reference to the principle of free, prior, and informed consent. Listening and seeing this reality, the Church of Ende decided to raise its voice against the geothermal power plant. Meanwhile, 5 other bishops in our ecclesiastical province have expressed the same position. This is not against the renewable energy. Our position is in line with integral ecology promoted by Pope Francis, especially in his encyclical Laudato Si. And recently, in its pastoral letter, the Federation of the Asian Bishops' Conference calls us to listen to the prophetic call for humanity to rediscover its relationship with creation, God, and one another, and to renew our commitment to care for our common home. By refusing geothermal power plants, we do not neglect the urgency and necessity to shift from a fossil-based energy to the renewable ones. We are very well aware that we need electricity to live and to work. However, geothermal is not the right choice for our context here in Flores. We therefore plead that other alternatives should be explored and promoted. I thank you for your attention and support for our people. Thank you.